Today, the 24th of October, is the big day of the United Nations, which crossed the milestone of 75 years of its historic journey, which began way back in 1945 after the Second World War. The United Nations was the most wanted child for the world, which witnessed two gruesomely fought world wars. The errors and accomplishments of its predecessor, namely the League of Nations, has helped the United Nations to take birth as a refined model of international organization right from its birth. However, the United Nations did not stop as how it began. It kept on evolving. It has evolved three-dimensionally: organizationally, ideologically, and operationally. The United Nations started with a well defined structure. However, it did not stop growing structurally to meet the growing needs and hopes. Security Council, which started out as 11-membered body, became 15-membered with inclusion of more non-permanent members. It is of course currently grappling with the issue of further reformation of its membership. Economic Council, which grew from 18-membered body to be that of 15-membered body, is another structural development. Additionally, of course, there are number of functional bodies which are getting added up more and more to facilitate more focused and efficient working. Not only that, the dynamic interpretation of the role of individual organs has helped to enhance the functional significance of individual organs much further. Example, the peacekeeping responsibility of the General Assembly or the role of Secretary General in peacekeeping, which are not expressly provided in the Charter. The United Nations, which started as a single organization, has grown to become a huge United Nations system with all its connectivity to specialized agencies and many other organizations. United Nations journey of ideological evolution is awesome. It's a journey of wisdom and maturity. United Nations fared very high on ideological front. It is not an exaggeration to state that United Nations is the leader of ideological path to many other international organizations. It's a different matter to which extent its ideological directions are operationalized by the member states. But laying down the contours of the right ideologies has been the greatest contribution of the United Nations. The way it has infused human content to an otherwise established meaning of security to mean only as geopolitical security of states is very commendable. Of course, it's a different matter that at times, maybe many times, the ideal of human security promoted by the United Nations succumbs to the political actions of power loaded states. In its illustrious journey, the United Nations could successfully reconfigure the concept of peace to include development and justice as its core elements and avenues. United Nations, in its process of promoting development, has shown its wisdom in redefining development to be sustainable development by taking into particular account the ecological limitations to security and development. Right from its genesis, the United Nations is the chief architect of human rights ideology. It is not an exaggeration to say that but for the United Nations, human rights ideology would not have gained the international space as much as it is enjoying at present. So, United Nations deserves all the appreciation for its ideological advancement. The operational front, the United Nations is often at the receiving end of criticism for not doing the expected. It is because the United Nations as an intergovernmental organization suffers from inbuilt as well as add-on limitations. However, it deserves all the appreciation for doing the best it could do. Till today, it is the most sought after forum for multilateral diplomacy for variety of purposes. It fared very well in widening the spectrum of activities for the maintenance of international peace. This could be witnessed in the range of peacekeeping activities that it devised. right from the traditional peacekeeping to that of peace building strategies. Its role in building the edifice of international law is tremendous. We find that even the concerns and issues of small countries are getting accommodated in international law, at least as a theoretical commitment. By virtue of its contribution to the mushrooming growth of international human rights law, individuals are finding international space as never before. The vast range of activities of the United Nations have enabled it to develop a systemic enhancement of norms, policies, or strategies across the world. Most important operational advancement of United Nations is that apart from its original intergovernmental phase, it has even acquired a new phase, that is the transnational phase, with its increasing interactions with non-state actors such as NGOs or other interest groups. According to changing requirements, the United Nations is also trying to reconfigure various functional bodies. Therefore, it is necessary for us to acknowledge the functional advancement of United Nations despite its inbuilt limitations. United Nations is fighting against many challenges. The modern world is most complicated with all its technical advancements, developmental urges, political ambitions, and natural limitations. It's a complex world in which the United Nations is functioning. Now the world is a world demanding plurilateral diplomacy to accommodate the concerns and interests of variety of interest groups, each of which working to achieve its own objectives with high speed. Therefore, now the United Nations is no longer a forum of simple classical multilateral diplomacy involving the traditional actors, namely the states. With more and more international actors emerging into international field of activity with their own agenda, it has to tackle multiple multilateral diplomacy. Often it faces the friction between its intergovernmental role and transnational expectations. Techno advancements bringing newer challenges even before the older ones are met successfully. Geopolitical shifts, cross dynamics of international actors, sovereign oriented pulls and pushes, budget constraints are all the typical challenges of the present United Nations. And it is not an ordinary task to meet all these challenges. It requires lot of grit. It requires lot of commitment. United Nations has been a fighter. It will remain to be a great fighter. A fighter who is experienced enough to fight even better. Its great success is it could so far prevent the Third World War from happening. So let us acknowledge its contribution and appreciate its illustrious journey to enthuse it further to go on and on and on with a refreshed spirit.